Hey, what's up, guys? Everybody knows that Ronda Rousey will return against Amanda Nunes at UFC 207. But UFC bantamweight fighter Julianna Pena calls Ronda Rousey title shot bullshit. And she says, it's bullshit. It says, it's bullshit. Julianna Pena told MMA Fighting that spoiled brat has gotten everything handed to her, and she's getting everything handed to her again. It's bullshit. Peña doesn't understand how Ronda Rousey, who hasn't fought in almost a year and is coming off a devastating, brutal knockout loss to Holly Holmes at UFC 193, was able to get an immediate rematch. I have no idea, Peña said. Never in the history have I ever heard of somebody have a basically a brutal knockout, then quit the sport, and then come back and get a title shot right away. The girl is mentally weak. Amanda Nunes is going to fucking knock her out and expose her ass. She's literally the worst fighter on the roster. I can't stomach the fact that I'm not getting the title shot. I don't know how they consider business over there, but they're going to do whatever they want no matter what. So there is not really much I could do. Back to the drawing board, I guess. And she's saying she's willing to leave the UFC and go fight somewhere else, maybe Bellator or some other organization. And I understand where she's coming from. The only reason why the UFC is giving her an automatic title fight is because she's a big draw fight. She draws money. Put it this way. When Conor McGregor knocked out Jose Aldo, did they give him an automatic rematch? No, because he's not a big draw. Okay, did they give Frankie Edgar an automatic rematch after he lost to Jose Aldo? No, because he's not a big draw. And they only give big draw fighters big fights. They'll say, hey, you lost, we'll give you a fight when you come back. Dana White says she's not mentally weak, but Peña says she's a weak fighter. She's not really that great. Holly Holmes exposed her stand-up for being whack. And if you go back to the second fight with Miesha Tate at one point, if you watch the full fight or watch highlights, she was mixing it up and really landing a lot of shots on Ronda Rousey. And Ronda Rousey has never shown leg kicks, body kicks, or any double leg or single leg takedowns. She only uses a judo throw with some crappy punches to a judo throw to a armbar. We've never seen her go for a Kimura. We've never seen her go for a triangle choke. We've never seen her on her back and pound it out and go for anything besides an armbar and her judo throw. She is very exposed compared to what Holly Holmes showed. Holly Holmes lit her up, and she's saying that Amanda Nunes is gonna make her look more exposed and beat her down. People are gonna go, well, Ronda Rousey is probably minor league weak, because if you look at it this way, Conor lost at UFC 196, right? And only about 4 months later, he was back in the UFC octagon fighting Nate Diaz. He wanted his revenge. He wanted to come back as fast as he possibly could in a fight. Ronda Rousey, after she lost, actually went on, I think, on the Ellen show and was talking about she was thinking about suicide. That is a weak individual. That's somebody who cracks under the pressure and they can't handle loss. And I wonder what she's going to do if she loses again. Will she retire? A lot of people speculate if she does not win, she's done with the sport of MMA. She made her money. She's made a lot of money in movies, and she's done. Maybe will she train MMA for like just to train? Maybe, I don't know. But for me, I gotta really see what she looks like coming back. I don't know if she's gonna be the same Ronda Rousey, or if she's gonna be like a very shy, scared version of herself. But Julianna, she's saying she's fed up with the way the UFC is acting, and a lot of fighters are. That's why they're going all to Bellator. They're fed up with certain fighters getting favoritism and other fighters get pushed to the side. Like Conor McGregor, for example. When was the last time he fought at featherweight? Like UFC 194 back in December. So pretty much over a year, he has not defended his title. And a lot of people speculate when he wins the 155 title, the UFC is going to strip him of the 145 title. And then he'll say, I have 2 belts. Then they'll strip him of a belt, but he'll still be technically 2 champions. And then they'll strip his belt. Then they'll give the real belt to Jose Aldo, and he'll be back as being the champion again. That's just the way it is. But for me, I see where Julianna is coming from. She is the number 1 contender. Her MMA record right now is she has 9 wins, 2 losses. She's a jiu-jitsu wrestler. She has 3 wins in the UFC. Her last opponent was on July 9, 2016, where she beat Kat Zingano, Jessica Ai. So she has beat 2 badass people. Jessica Ai is pretty badass, and Kat Zingano is pretty badass. And she is basically undefeated in the UFC. So she's saying she deserves a title fight, and I think she was the number 1 contender. But they're going to give it to Ronda Rousey, which hasn't fought since November. Yeah, it was November 14th, 2015, where she lost to Holly Holmes, and she went on a significantly good fighting winning streak, beating 6 title defenses against Bethe Correia, Kat Zingano, Alexis Davis, Sarah McMahon, Miesha Tate, Liz Carmouche. She beat Sarah Kaufman in Strikeforce and Miesha Tate in Strikeforce to have her title. So she hasn't lost a fight technically ever till she fought Holly Holmes. But the Holly Holmes loss was significant. She looked like trash in that fight. But when you look at Amanda Nunes is 13-4, and she's on a 3-fight winning streak, or you should say 4, because she beat Miesha Tate, and she is a boxer, so she's pretty much, that's what she's known for, is being a powerful striker and being very aggressive, but she's known to gas out. But like I said, the whole Julianna Pena thing, I agree where she's coming from, but I agree where the UFC is coming from. They're only picking Ronda Rousey to fight Amanda Nunes because that's where the money fight is. That's where the pay-per-views are going to go up. That's the truth. So guys, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you think Amanda Nunes versus Ronda Rousey is going to be a great fight, and Ronda Rousey is going to dominate and win that fight significantly? Or do you think Julianna Pena should be getting the title fight, and she could make it a more exciting fight? I think those two together wouldn't be as successful, wouldn't be as a big pay-per-view draw, because there's only a few women in the UFC that are massively well known. Miesha Tate is one of them, Holly Holmes is one of them, and so is Ronda Rousey. Others like Amanda Nunes and Julianna Pena, they're casual fans probably don't know who they are, but hardcore MMA fans know who these chicks are. And mainstream people who only watch fights based on the big draw don't know these chicks from anybody. So as soon as Ronda Rousey's coming back, they're going to say, Ronda's smashing this chick. And when Ronda Rousey loses, people are like, wait, what? I thought she was the baddest bitch on the planet. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll definitely talk to you guys in the next one. But I'm just reading what she said. She said it's bullshit, and I kind of believe she is right, but I believe where the UFC is coming from, they're right because they want to make the money.